Alright, so we're trying something new today. We're going to use the trailer as a workbench right now. We're doing part of the other shelter for the hog pen there. And we're trying to use a tripod we bought so that I can help, but we'll see how the video comes out.
Yeah, probably won't. No, no, no.
Alright, Papa, where we at? Hi, puppy.
Oh. I'm gonna grab one of those 2x4 over there.
Which one? One of them. Where's your drill bit, friend?
For
The screw. And yours is still in the house.
on the screw.
You're on camera. I'll go look in the house for him.
Want to go grab some insulation?
Gotta go to butter now, too, so we can cut it.
God damn, that's a heavy load.
Oh, the heaviest I've ever seen.
Don't make yourself run. Okay, it's insulated. Alright, more insulation. I think Brian's getting it. Okay. I'll get the knife then.
Want any more?
Probably in a little bit.
I'll get it when we need it.
Okay. Now this is going to be a little offset. All right. These up first. These up last. 1, 2. Go your way before.
Yeah. So we got take it back out here. Yeah.
Throw his wound off.
Oh.
He said no.
That's not polite. So Tigger decided he didn't want the phone up where it is. So I'm going to have to hold it while he's out here. Huh?
The land is dirty.
I know.
Here's your shirt.
Alright, sorry about that. The cat knocked the tripod over. He was saying he didn't want to be on camera today, and he didn't want us doing video just to pet him. So I had to pick up the camera, and now I have to hold it. So you guys get me again. Yay! Let us know if you like the tripod better, or if you like me holding the camera better. Well, looks like we got the door frame almost completed. This is the front wall here, and then that'll be the door there. This is the last pig shelter we have to build, just to separate the other two. And hopefully it'll be an easy separation so we can get it on tape for you.
Right now they're fighting over food and water. Luckily they're not fighting each other about anything else yet.
Here's Valerie. She doesn't get much camera time, do you, Valerie?
Okay, Peppy.
Alright, so we just got done screwing the wall there together. And now we're going to get ready to put up, the side wall there?
Yep.
So the side wall connected to the bottom right there. So what we're going to work on first. And then probably that other side wall.
I'm gonna hold this up.
I got you, Papa. This way you guys can see what Daddy's doing while I'm holding things up. Alright, so Dad's marking out the cuts he needs to make for the side. The piece of plywood we're working on is the floor for one of the pieces for the trailer there. We started on the trailer and then we got sidetracked with the other small projects we've been working on. So sorry you guys if we're jumping back and forth, but we're trying with the finances we have.
End it up here. Get this knot and we'll make us three others. Just like it.
A little history on Dad's work history. He used to design houses for a living. So if anybody who needs a house designed, you know where to come. Right, Papa?
Yep. They'll have to be bored because my computer and everything went on me. So consequently.
So that's a little bit of history on Dad.
Well, that was a good cut. Better ones I've ever made.
So the truck is parked here because we managed to go get a load of firewood. Haven't split and stacked it yet. We're working on a bunch of different projects. So Dad's marking out the other side also. Trying to kill two birds with one stone. So we do live on a highway. We like to wave at everybody. That's what all that honking was about.
Take her away.
Alright, so Dad's starting to do the 2x4 framing with it. Don't try this at home, guys. Dad's not a skilled professional, he's just a homesteader.
And as a homesteader, you do what you have to do and you got to cut.
Now, if you notice, Dad is wearing his PPE. He does have safety glasses on, and so does Fred, because their glasses also count as safety glasses. We don't have the money to buy the little safety shields for the side of them yet, but we're working on it. So always be safe, no matter what you guys are doing. Alright, we're going to roll it over onto the front and start screwing this thing together. Be back in a minute.
That's good for now.
Okay, so we're getting ready to screw it down here. Dad is having Fred just put another 2x4 under it to kind of level it out.
Okay.
Now Fred's going to use his handy dandy drill, and he's going to do a bunch of screws in the handy dandy board. So we're out here trying to get some work done, since it is a very beautiful day today on the It Is What It Is homestead. So to reiterate, Fred doesn't normally do this kind of stuff until we got out here to the homestead. And now look at how much he's shining. Thank you, Fred.
Most I did before this type of stuff, I rebuilt a window for a friend because she wanted to be able to open the window and have a vent for her dryer in the basement. So I built the frame and everything and installed it. Unfortunately, I was using warped wood, so I don't think it'd pass inspection, but she was happy with it. Rotate the whole thing over. Installation.
So Fred is putting the 2x4 together right quick. I brought out the insulation. So as soon as he's done, we'll insulate it. So Fred's using the really old insulation that we have that got a little damp and the chickens got to it. It's also the stuff from the water tower. But it's still good and it still works, so we're piecing together. Using all the little pieces and everything. Alright, looks like he's about ready to put the board on that Dad is cutting to fit that so that we can put the wall up, because that part right there that he didn't insulate is where that front wall next to Fred is going to go at. Sorry about those big booms. The neighbor's doing whatever he does. Which scares Valerie. And she always wants help. That's why I'm usually the camera guy. Alright, so Dad got that board cut. Fred's screwing it down right now.
You're about as good as it's going to get, Fred. I don't know. The other screw broke the board, so just make sure it's flush.
Huh. Fred's off doing another job right quick. So Dad's taking over on this drill.
Not doing too good. Like bit needs changed or ground down or something. Huh.
Yeah, we know it's not perfect, or there's a little gap right there, but like we said, we're homesteaders, not carpenters. And it's a pig pen.
Pigs are gonna ruin it anyhow, so.
Alright, Papa's getting ready to make a cut so we can really do the wall for the other end up here. For this end right here. We're trying to get the most we can out of one 2x4 and one sheet of plywood because they're getting expensive, guys. It's one big reason Dad's doing it the way he's doing it right now instead of doing a bunch of measurements so that we know it actually fits. Alright, Dad's gonna try the do not try this at home trick. You guys are gonna try that. Please have somebody there with you in case something happens. So this cut doesn't really need to be out the way, Dad. Doesn't really need to be angled too much. Alright, so Fred finished the laundry. So it's back to getting the pig pen shelter completed.
Yes, yeah.
Alright, put one or two in the center of those, and the 2x4s will get it insulated and the other one off. Alright, so Fred's putting 3-inch screws in the 2x4 right now. Dad just brought the other 2x4 over so we can cut it for that one. Then we'll flip her over and get her insulated. Alright, so we kind of messed up on one end with the notch for the 2x4, which is fine. We'll take it apart a little bit and fix it. It's better we found out now than when we had it all together and insulated.
Alright. You want this screwed in now?
Alright, so we just slid that board back. And we'll probably end up cutting that other one right there.
Cool. Hold on. You don't even need to take that off now. This is from the outside. Just
Okay, so we're almost done with this pig shelter. We are buckling down the last screws to attach that wall to the rest of the shelter. And then we're going to put it in place. This corner down here is a little lower when we put it into place. So we're going to adjust it via with dirt. And then we're going to use probably small screws or 3-inch screws And we're going to screw right into these 2x4s right here. These ones. There's 3 of them. To attach it to the wall so we don't have to use another piece of plywood. We're hoping it works out. Alright, here's Fred trying to level out the area where the shelter is going to go.
Like last time, we were only eyeballing it. And of course, the pigs will dig out about half of it, so.
Okay. Alright, so Fred's going to buckle the sides down to the 2x4s right now. See if I can't zoom this thing in, but give y'all a look-see. And that top one looks like he's going to toenail it in. It'll have to just be the top 2x4 for it. Okay, now I want to pick up on this end a little bit. And Fred's going to toenail each one of these in. Fred's starting to get pretty good with his drill.
Now if he puts another set on that side there.
Alright, we're going to insulate this end over here. Screw up that piece of plywood to it. And then we're going to put the roof on it. Alright, so Fred's going to do the puzzle of putting the insulation inside. We're trying to use all the scrap insulation from other times. Trying to get some of this old stuff used up so we don't have to throw it away, because we hate wasting money. Alright, we're working on positioning the other piece of plywood right now. And like all of our other projects, it don't fit proper like. So we have 2 choices. We can cut it or hit it with a hammer as hard as we can and make it fit.
Or take out a little more of the ground around it.
That one just makes too much sense, Dad.
Hmm.
I like hitting things with hammers.
I know you do. Got a lump of grass right there. Well, tap it in.
Use your fist if you have to. There you go. Alright, now we're going to buckle this in and start on the roof. And then we're going to bought some straw, right?
Yep.
And we're going to put it in each one of the shelters for the pigs. And we'll be done with the pigs for a little bit. Then we can get on some of these other projects, like splitting wood or whatever.
Turn that into the small ones, please. Drew got a small snack. Light snack there. Okay.
Alright, now we're gonna put the roof on it and see what we can't do.
Okay, Pappy, explain what you're doing to the good people. I'm making the roof for the pig pen. What it is we're going to use that scrap right there. That's why the 3rd board. Right now I'm trying to get it screwed together, which I'm not very good with screws. That's the one that does most of the screwing around here. So
might as well give Pappy a hand.
All right, what Fred's doing, he's set down the stuff I screwed up. And he's putting the second board on. Which, yes, it's not quite square. So he's going to have to adjust it when he's screwing them in. I thought about putting it on the legs, but it didn't work out very well. So I'll just hold it. Those are 3 inch. He's digging through the box trying to find 3 inch, which he found a few. Not many left, but a few.
It's enough. It's enough.
Hopefully enough. I was going right down the other end down there, and the board is warped.
Unfortunately, it seems all the boards to get from stores these days are warped.
Yeah, they're considered number 1, but actually in the olden days they were considered number 3. Because they got splits, and big knots, and everything else. That's how much our lumber's gone downhill. When I was taking drafting, we never used number 2s. For building, we always put number 1s or better. They do have a special grade out there. Now we got to put down number 2s or better. So, okay. All right, set it up here, Fred. And work hard. All right. As you can tell, it's not square. This board goes out that direction. So what I'm going to have Fred do is put a couple of screws in here so we can push it over. Do you want to cut first? No. Get one started. As soon as it's square, let me know. There.
I'm just going to finish screwing this board down.
Pappy, cut it. There, once we get them all on, I'll do 2 cuts. And that'll be it. Good shot, Fred.
With this secured. Okay. Go check the washer, please. I think it's done. Okay, well, Dad does that. It's going to sit here for a moment. Since I'm better at driving screws, well, he's better at cutting. So let him do the cutting. At least he keeps his straight.
that's the next part of it.
Okay, cut's done. Now to go put it in and insulate it. Thank you all for sticking with us for another week. If you have any comments or suggestions about what you've seen, please leave them below. Love hearing from everybody. Like, subscribe, hit the notice bell. Try to get them out on time, weather willing. Love knowing you guys are out there supporting us and getting a laugh from our antics. Talk to y'all later. Bye.